I got diagnosed with depression 6 months ago, and I wanted to tell you my story. So, if I'm being honest, I've always felt like that my whole life. Maybe since I was 12 or 13 years old, I always felt like I was depressed, but I didn't know what was it at the time. But growing up, I realized, oh, it's maybe depression. But I never went to a doctor, never went to a psychiatrist or therapist or anything. Mental health education was so bad. And then last year, I think I went through the hardest times of my life. Well, for some people, it might be not like that. The things I've been through, the situations I was in, it might seem like it's not that big of a deal or it just happens to everyone. But for me, it was really hard. I went through my first heartbreak. I broke up with my first ever boyfriend after almost 2 years. After the breakup happened, I was really, really sad. I was heartbroken. I was lost, hopeless, and I just didn't want to wake up. And the best part of the day for me was at night when I go into my bed, because that means I don't have to feel anything. I can just turn off my emotions and sleep for 8 hours. That was the best part of my days when I was really sad and depressed. And every morning when I wake up, it was so painful. So painful. I don't know, how can a person feel like that? Now when I think about it, it's just so sad. Every time I woke up, I thought to myself, another day. How am I gonna pass it? How am I gonna get through it? And then I let myself feel all of the feelings, and I went on like that for around 2 weeks, maybe. From the third week, I decided to change the things a little bit in my life, like my routines or the way I do things. I tried to change it. I started doing things little by little. Even if I didn't want to, I kind of forced myself. I went to the gym. I tried to be more busy. I tried to read more books, which is crazy because I don't usually read. But every time I missed my ex-boyfriend, I read a book. That's weird, but it really helped me. It kind of distracted my mind. Also, I learned a lot of things from the book, so I guess it's a win-win situation. But anyways, after doing that for 1 or 2 weeks, I started feeling better. I was really stressed because of the exams. And then when I passed my exams in June, so the time when I was really sad was in May. And by the time June arrived, I was in a better place, but I was still very stressed. So I took my exams and I passed it in the first trial. And I was so happy because I couldn't believe it. I didn't expect myself to pass it on the first try. So I was really surprised and really happy. I just couldn't believe it. And then just like that, my life changed just in 1 or 2 days because I passed my exams. I was planning to give 3 exams last June. I passed all 3 of it. And also I got accepted into this filmmaking program, which I'm so grateful now. Because I passed my exam, I had the opportunity to go to the filmmaking program, and then I did. But if I didn't pass my exams, I wouldn't have the opportunity to go because my time would be so short, because in July I had a ticket to go back home because I study in Italy and I'm an international student. In the summertime, I usually go home, and I already had my ticket that I bought months prior, so I couldn't cancel it. I didn't want to cancel it because I wanted to go home and be with my family and friends and, have a good time. So I went to the filmmaking program and I really, really enjoyed it. I had the best times of my life. The best times. It was so good. I can't even explain it in words. The program is actually 3 months long, but I was there only for 3 weeks, and I really wanted to stay on the program. By the time I was leaving, I really wanted to stay, but I went home. When I came back to my home country, I was okay at first. Like the first week or 2, I was doing fine. But then in the back of my mind, I had this hope, or like a feeling that I might meet my ex-boyfriend because we're in the same friend group. It's very likely that we might meet, but we didn't end up meeting. I avoided him a lot, and I think he also avoided me as well. By the end of July, I found out that he was talking to a new girl, and that was so heartbreaking and heart-shattering. Like, when I think about it, I can feel my heart break a little bit, but it's much better now. But at that time, in that moment in July, it felt like my world was ending again. I thought I already went through the hard phase of the breakup, but after hearing that, it got worse than May. I went to a very dark place. It felt like our relationship was not real. His love for me was not real, and all the things he said, told me, promised me were not real. Everything was just a lie. Or I think I went through a little ego death even, because how can someone that loved you so much, and the first person that loved you so much, showed you love, and also you loved back, can just decide to walk away from your life, and let alone find another person and talk to them, go on a date? I don't know. I don't even know what they did or what was their relationship like. And I thought they were just talking, but in August I found out from a friend, because we're in the same friend group, so I hear things from time to time from my friends. I just had this feeling that he was, I don't know, dating. He was in a relationship with a new girl. So I asked my friend, and then he confirmed to me. He said, yeah, he has a new girlfriend, and you just have to move on, and now it's the end, you know? And that was also so shattering. Like, it was like never-ending pain, one after another, and by the time September came, I was at a very, very dark place. I was at my lowest, maybe. I don't know which was my lowest, May, July, or September. I'm not sure. I was just very sad. So the reason that I got better in May was I sat with my thoughts a lot. I asked myself, why am I so unhappy? My relationship ended, and all the other things are going well. I passed my exams. I got accepted into this filmmaking program, which I'm very passionate, and I have good friends in my life. Everything was going good in my life, but then I was so unhappy. And then I asked myself, okay, why am I so unhappy? What makes me happy in life? The answer was my childhood dream, which was working in the film industry, becoming a filmmaker, director, and actress, or, you know, something like that. And then I started chasing that, and it worked out. In the summer, when I was back home, I was also very lost and hopeless because my friend group that me and my ex is in, the friends in the friend group were avoiding me a lot, and I didn't know why, because I was still the same way. I reached them out, I called them, I texted them, I said, let's hang out and meet, but then most of them were avoiding me. So that made me feel also very miserable, because I still loved my friends. I still considered them as my friends, but they were not really. So it was just one hit after another, one pain after another. I was just sad. I had a ticket to go back to my university in September, mid-September, so 5 days before my departure, I went to a psychiatrist, and I wanted to ask from a professional person, like, what is happening to me, what's my condition, you know? And when she told me that I have depression, I was not surprised. I was just like, okay, what should I do now? Because it's a psychiatrist, she quickly suggested me to take a medication. She prescribed me with antidepressant. I actually still have it with me. It's for like 3 months worth of medication. I didn't take it. I never took it. I still have all of them with me, even though I bought all of them. I was so scared to take it. I was researching about it, asking people, and I was contemplating whether to take it or not. I was afraid of the side effects. We decided to postpone it for a month because I was going to a different country. I was doing a study exchange program. I was going to Czech Republic. I don't know anyone there. I didn't know anyone there. It was just a new country, new city. Everything was new. So I thought to myself, okay, maybe if I'm doing things differently and if I'm going to a new place, I might get better on my own. So I told myself, okay, let's wait for 1 month, and if I don't get better, I will start taking the medication. Unfortunately, I didn't get better. I got worse, probably, because I was just eating junk food, staying in bed. I was not leaving home. I was just very stuck and miserable. Also, it was my first time getting so many acne on my face. It never happened to me before, but this time when I was in Czech Republic, I had too much acne, and I was trying so hard to take care of it. I was doing my skincare, I was eating healthy, I was trying my best, but it was not getting better, and that made me even more insecure, and I think I lost all my confidence in that time period. I went on like that for almost 3 months when I was in Czech Republic. I still did not take the medication because I was afraid that my hair is gonna fall more, or I might gain more weight, or I don't know. I was just afraid of the medication because it directly affects your hormones, and especially if you're a woman. I think women's hormones are even more fragile, so I did not take it. So from December, I decided to change my life again. I started going to the gym. I started eating healthier, and I tried to be more productive by doing like small TikTok videos, or posting on my Instagram. Even if it doesn't seem like that, it helps me a lot to feel better about my life. I got better in December. By the time January came, it was my time to go back to Italy. I came back to Italy 3 weeks ago, and right now I wouldn't say I got over depression or my depression is gone forever, but I feel so happy. I feel so much happier now. I feel content, and I'm very grateful for my life and for the emotions and the feelings I have and the people around me, the place I am. I am so grateful for it. I don't know what exactly happened, but my conclusion is, at first when I was feeling very sad and depressed, and when I was at my lowest, I let myself to feel things. I let myself to be sad. I kind of lost myself for a moment, and that helped me a lot because some time passed. I was bored. I was bored of that constant sad feelings. Always being the same way, eating junk food, staying home, watching my comfort shows. It was very nice at the moment when I was in my comfort zone, but after some time passes, it always gets boring. So that's when my different thoughts come to me, like, okay, this is boring, or this is not good. I need to change it. I want to change it. It's not like forced. It's like I actually want it. I actually want to change. Change is always good. And it's the only constant thing in life. We can't really avoid it. We have to go through it. I heard this quote that I really liked. The obstacles in your path are your path. And that's very true. There is no way to avoid it. You just have to go through it. Because if you suppress your feelings and if you avoid everything bad, then eventually, after a few months later or even years later, you get backfired by all of the emotions and feelings you suppressed. It's 10 times or 100 times worse by the time you feel it. Yeah, that's my take on it. My advice is, let yourself be. Change your lifestyle, whether it is exercising, eating healthy, or getting a job, or finding a new hobby, chasing your passion. Could be anything. Just bring change in your life and try to make yourself busier. Please do more things. Okay? Have faith. Thirdly, have faith that things are gonna get better, because it always gets better. I promise you, it might not feel like that for now, but at the end of the day, it always gets better, and you have the power to go through all of this. I believe in you, and I hope you have a good morning, good day, or good night, or good evening. I love you.